To order. Before we start, I'm going to remind you that this is an electronic virtual meeting by virtue of the governor's emergency order declaring this as a state of emergency, and under statute section 13D.021, we're going to be having a meeting in this manner, which precludes direct public comment, but we invite the public to email us at public.info@metc.state.mn.us, and we'll respond in a timely manner. And if there are no other questions, we can start by taking the roll. Liz?
Atlas Ingebretson. Atlas Ingebretson. Barber.
Here.
Chambliss.
Here.
Cummings.
Here.
Ferguson. Ferguson. Fredson.
Here.
Gonzalez.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Lee.
Here.
Lilligren.
Here.
Lindstrom.
Here.
Sterner.
Here.
Vento.
Here.
Wolf.
Here.
Zurin.
Present. There is present.
And Chair Zelli.
Here. We have a quorum. So on to approval of the minutes. I want you to note that we've amended I'm sorry, I said the minutes, the agenda. I want to note that we've moved business item 2021-24, and we're going to defer the housing work group and appointment of members for a future meeting, because we want to spend a little time talking about the nature and the role of working groups, and so that would be coming later. So if there's no objection to the amended agenda, we don't need a roll call. We'll move on to the approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of January 27th, 2021?
Chair Zelli, this is Councilmember Sterner. I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Cummings seconds.
Thank you. And if there's no discussion,
I have one.
yes.
There's just a small typo under the business section. Says Chambliss asked how they came up with in-planned passengers forecast. I think that's supposed to be unplanned.
I think that should be corrected as Councilmember Chambliss, and I think that's a technical correction. So if there's no objection, that'll be what we're voting on. Any other corrections, discussions? All right, thanks, Riva. Liz, you may call the roll.
Atlas Ingebretson. Barber.
Aye.
Chambliss.
Aye.
Cummings.
Aye.
Ferguson.
Aye.
Fredson.
Aye.
Gonzalez.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Lilligren.
Aye.
Lindstrom.
Aye.
Sterner.
Aye.
Vento.
Aye.
Wolf.
Aye.
Zurin.
Aye. Zimzak.
Chair Zelli.
Aye. The minutes are adopted. On to the consent agenda. May I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda?
Johnson moves.
Thank you. Second?
Seconds.
Thank you, Councilmember Wolf. Any discussion? All right, hearing none. Liz, you may call the roll.
Barber,
Aye.
Chambliss,
Aye.
Cummings,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Fredson, Fredson, Gonzalez,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Lilligren,
Aye.
Lindstrom,
Aye.
Sterner,
Aye.
Vento,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Zurin, Chair Zelli.
Aye. That motion carried.
Was an aye on that if you couldn't hear me.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thanks. Okay, next we're going to hear from the standing committees. Community Development has reports on the consent agenda, but next, the Environment Committee, Councilmember Lindstrom.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. We have before us today business item 2021-33, and this requests adoption of the facility plan for the Lake Minnetonka Area Regional Interceptor Improvements Project. This is a big one. This facility plan recommends the following projects to restore the integrity, minimize wastewater spill potential, and maintain public health, safety, and welfare. These projects will take place over the next 5 years. We have rehabilitation of 3 lift stations. That's L46, 21, and 48. We have replacement of lift stations L20 and L49 and an interceptor called 6-DH645 and a realignment of a force main number 7113. These projects are going to be taking place primarily in Orono, Deep Haven, Shorewood, and Excelsior, but of course will have impacts throughout the Lake Minnetonka region. The plan was made available for public review on November 13th, 2020, and we had a virtual public hearing attended by 13 residents held on December 15th, 2020. Additionally, we held a couple of open houses for residents in October. The questions, we had a lot of questions asked and comments were received and have been integrated into the public hearing summary. Following approval today, the plan will be submitted to the MPCA in conjunction with an application for placement of the 5 projects on the project priority list for funding through the Clean Water Revolving Loan Fund beginning this year, fiscal year 2021. Therefore, Mr. Chair and members, I move that the Met Council adopt the facility plan for the Lake Minnetonka Area Regional Interceptor Improvements Project. This is MCES project number 80289 per resolution number 2021-3 attached to the business item. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Lindstrom. Is there a second?
Seconded by Ferguson.
Thank you. Any discussion? All right, hearing none. Liz?
Barber,
Aye.
Chambliss,
Aye.
Cummings,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Fredson, Fredson, Gonzalez,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Lilligren,
Aye.
Lindstrom,
Aye.
Sterner,
Aye.
Vento,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Zurin,
Aye.
and Chair Zelli.
Aye. Well, that motion carried. The Management Committee has reports on the consent agenda, which brings us next to the Transportation Committee. Councilmember Barber.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, council members, business item number 2021-11 relates to the award of 2 contracts to provide transit service for the areas known as the Metro Mobility Demand West and East zones. The West Zone contract is to Transit Team Incorporated for the term between July 21st, 2021 and June 30th, 2026. The East Zone contract award is to First Transit Incorporated for the term between September 1st, 2021 and August 31st, 2026. Each contract includes options to extend 1 additional year. The Metro Mobility Demand Service Area has 3 geographic zones, Metro West, East, and South, that are served by providers under separate contracts. The current Metro West and Metro East contracts each terminate this year in June and August, respectively. An RFP was issued in November 2019. There were 16 registered document holders for this project. 2 proposals were received for the West Zone and 1 for the East Zone. The proposals were evaluated in accordance with council policy by a 5-member panel of both council staff and stakeholders from Washington County and the Minnesota Council on Disability. Transit Team's proposal was ranked by the evaluation panel as having the highest rated financial submittals, a highly rated technical proposal, and the lowest proposed cost for the West Zone. First Transit was the only proposer for the East Zone. Their technical proposal, cost proposal, and financial submittals were evaluated and determined to meet and exceed the requirements of the RFP. Additionally, First Transit proposed subcontractor Sun Transit LLC, who is a Minnesota-based firm included in the council's MinCub program as a council certified DBE. Sun Transit will provide services such as fueling, bus washing, and janitorial services for the East Zone under this contract. The proposed pricing for each contract is within budget and appears to be fair and reasonable. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move that the Metropolitan Council authorize the regional administrator to negotiate and execute a contract with Transit Team Incorporated to provide the Metro Mobility Demand West Zone service from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2026, with an option to extend 1 additional year in an amount not to exceed $203,188,899, and that the Metropolitan Council authorize the regional administrator to negotiate and execute a contract with First Transit to provide the Metro Mobility Demand East Zone service from September 1st, 2021 through August 31st, 2026, with an option to extend 1 additional year in an amount not to exceed $163,578,272.
Great, thank you. Is there a second?
Second by Gonzalez.
Thank you, Councilmember Gonzalez. Any discussion? There's a hand wave from Councilmember Zeron. Did you have a comment? I guess not. Okay, Liz, let's call the roll.
Barber,
Aye.
Chambliss,
Aye.
Cummings,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Fredson,
Aye.
Gonzalez,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Lilligren,
Aye.
Lindstrom,
Aye.
Sterner,
Aye.
Vento,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Zurin,
Aye.
and Chair Zelli.
Aye. That motion carried. Councilmember Barber.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, council members, business item number 2021-26 is to request the council to approve the authorization for a contract with Gillig LLC for 26 base order buses and up to 149 optional replacement and expansion buses for the amount of $13,648,091. Metro Transit and Metropolitan Transportation Services are replacing 26 base order buses in 2021 and 2022, and there is potential fleet plan needs for optional buses to be ordered in 2021 through 2023. Some of these buses may be ordered with BRT packages. Of the 26 base order buses, 6 are to replace Redline vehicles, 13 are MVTA replacements, and 7 are Plymouth Metrolink replacements. In July of 2019, the process started with a request for proposals. There were 5 bus manufacturers and 6 suppliers that were registered as plan holders. Proposals were received on October 24, 2019 by 2 proposers. We requested a best and final offer of both proposals. Gillig LLC submitted the highest technically ranked proposal and the lowest BAFO price of $479,852 per bus, which reflected a 1.62% cost savings over the original proposal. New Flyer of America submitted a highly ranked technical proposal that was competitive at a BAFO price of $493,571 per bus, which reflected a 2.78 decrease over the original price and is 2.78% higher than the Gillig price. The Office of Equal Opportunity did not set a DBE goal for this project as it is federally funded and requires proposers to comply with FTA DBE requirements for rolling stock. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move that the Metropolitan Council approve the authorization to award Gillig LLC a 3-year contract for 26 base order buses and up to 149 optional replacement and expansion buses for the amount of $13,648,091.
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second by Chambliss.
Thank you, Councilmember. Any discussion? Councilmember Fedson.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to raise a voice some concerns that I brought up in committee, and there's not much we can do about it just because this is a federally funded project and the rules are pretty clear. But in this case, the second place bidder is a Minnesota company that puts Minnesotans to work in St. Cloud and in Crookston building New Flyer buses. And I just think that in situations like this, if we're in the position to grant some additional points, as long as the bids are relatively competitive to companies that are putting Minnesotans to work, that would be ideal. But obviously not suggesting that we not approve the contract today. So thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Yes, New Flyer is a great Minnesota company. Any other comments? I'm sorry. Councilmember Sterner.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Zelli. I just wanted to bring some comments that when we look at buses in the future, to make sure we're in our clean car type legislation and our sustainability, that we look at alternative fuel on buses in the future, so we don't automatically go with our usual biodiesels. But I know as we get further along the process, I think fuel cells, electric buses, the hydrogen electric combo buses are getting more and more competitive and have maybe a better value down the road. So I just want to make sure where staff is looking at those options for future bus purchases.
Great, thank you. I think that's something we're looking at.
Okay, thank you.
Any other comments? Discussion? All right, Liz, you may call the roll.
Barber,
Aye.
Chambliss,
Aye.
Cummings,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Fredson,
Aye.
Gonzalez,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Lilligren,
Aye.
Lindstrom,
Aye.
Sterner,
Aye.
Bento,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Zuran,
Aye.
and Chair Zelli.
Aye. And I note that Councilmember Atlas Ingebrigtsen is here and has noted that she is voting aye.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that motion carried. Councilmember Barber.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We've got one more from the Transportation Committee, and it might be my favorite one. So, Mr. Chair and council members, business item number 2021-36, the same item, is to request the council to authorize the regional administrator to award and execute contract 20P279 with Thomas & Sons Construction Incorporated for the construction of the Metro D-Line BRT project in an amount not to exceed $26,142,556. The D-Line BRT project will construct 40 BRT stations, the corridor-wide fiber communication infrastructure, and also the locally requested pedestrian and signal improvements along an 18-mile corridor from the Mall of America Transit Center to the Brooklyn Center Transit Center. The construction IFB was advertised on December 3rd, 2020. Bid opening was held on January 7th, 2021. Of the 3 bids received, Thomas & Sons Construction Incorporated was selected as the apparent low bidder with a bid amount of $26,142,556. Upon review of the Office of Equal Opportunity and Procurement, Thomas & Sons Constructions was the lowest responsive and responsible bidder and is being recommended for award. OEO determined that Thomas & Sons Construction passed the DBE evaluation by meeting the goal of 15% set by OEO for this contract. Of the total price, roughly $21 million is funded by the D-Line BRT and the remainder through cooperative agreements with Hennepin County, Minneapolis, and Bloomington executed by past council actions. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move that the Metropolitan Council authorize the regional administrator to award and execute contract 20P279 with Thomas & Sons Construction for the construction of the Metro D-Line BRT project in an amount not to exceed $26,142,556.
Great, thank you. May I have a second?
Cummings seconds.
Thank you, Councilmember Cummings. And I would say I share Councilmember Barber's excitement and certainly reading about it in the paper when I woke up this morning. It's nice to see it's gotten a lot of attention, so it's very exciting. Any other comments, discussion? All right. Oh, Councilmember Johnson.
Mr. Chair, I just want to touch base with General Counsel to see if this is good to be voted on. I just got a message. Maybe we have an amendment, so I'm just checking because I'd be happy to offer an amendment unless everything was already taken care of.
Thank you, Councilmember Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, Chair Zelli, may I?
Please.
Yeah, thank you, Councilmember Johnson. No, it's we have an issue on a previous item, so you can go ahead with this one, and then I might be asking for your assistance.
I will stand by. And on this, any more discussion on, right now, we have the motion and second for 2021-36. So hearing no discussion, Liz, you may call the roll.
Barber,
Aye.
I'm sorry, Atlas Ingebrigtsen,
Aye.
Barber,
Aye.
Chambliss,
Aye.
Cummings,
Aye.
Ferguson,
Aye.
Fredson,
Aye.
Gonzalez,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
Lilligren,
Aye.
Lindstrom,
Aye.
Sterner,
Aye.
Bento,
Aye.
Wolf,
Aye.
Zurin,
Aye.
and Chair Zelli.
Aye. That motion carried. Congratulations. Now, Chief Counsel Ann Bloodhart, do you have something we should address?
Yes, thank you. I apologize. Chair, it appears that there was a typographical error in business item 2021-33. The MCES project number was listed as 80289. It's correctly listed in the resolution as project number 802891. So it's just a minor clerical error. The resolution for you to sign is correct, but the business item was incorrect. So I thought you may want to mention for the minutes that there is that typographical error, and so Liz could correct it. If we wanted to go through a formal amendment, you can. I don't think it would be necessary since it's not material, but we should correct it.
For the record, I appreciate that, Anna. Thank you. And if there's no objection, I'm going to say we just make that technical correction without voting, but the record will stand corrected.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ann. Okay, we have gone through our business items, and now we just have an opportunity for any reports that any council members wish to make. And if not, Mary, do you have anything?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, I'm hearing something.
So I just wanted to mention back to the.
Your microphone is.
There we go. That helps.
Adjustment. There you are. I heard something from the back hallway, but I wasn't sure who that was. It's you.
All right, great.
All right.
I just wanted to go back to the email I sent out to council members regarding the KSCP story on transit safety. I thought actually it came off pretty fairly in terms of what we're seeing on our system, as well as the work that we've been doing to address it. It was really nice to see Representative Kosnick and talking about our administrative citations. It's good to see some bipartisan support there as well, and really appreciative of General Manager Koistra and establishing the meetings with the Chief of Police, the operations, as well as the ATU leadership, and I think that will go a long way in helping us collaborate on some solutions to what we're seeing on our system. So just recognizing that.
Thank you, Mary. I would actually second that. I think that the concerns that were amplified in the news program were ones that we are aware of and we're doing something about. And it's really, when I'm quoted as saying it's one of the highest priorities, I think we all share that. And but know that we have some legislative initiatives which we are getting some bipartisan interest in. But that alone isn't going to solve the issue. So we are all going to be leaning into that important work to support our employees and the public and our communities. Anything else, Mary, from you?
Nope, that's it for me. Thanks.
And anything else?
No, Mr. Chair, thank you. I think I've had enough excitement for the day. And I hope you all have a chance to see the Zoom cat lawyer video. As a lawyer, we all appreciate that. I don't know how to do that, so that'll probably never happen in these meetings, but I have no other report. Thank you.
I have seen that, and I recommend looking at it. It's very funny. I was wondering if that would ever show up at a council meeting, but I'm not encouraging it. While hearing that and no other thoughts,
Mr. Chair?
Yes, please go ahead, Councilmember Lidstrom.
Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to provide a super quick update from a report we heard at the Environment Committee yesterday about how we are using our influent from our wastewater, what's coming into our wastewater plants to look for COVID and the amount of COVID coming through our waste stream. And I just wanted to report to this council that we're actually participating in something like 3 or 4 different studies where we are collecting samples, the influent, and then sending them to the University of Minnesota, the Genomics Center at the University of Minnesota for testing. And then we're sending some samples to the University of Minnesota up in Duluth to their medical school. They're doing some testing up there. And then we're sending samples to the feds as well, to the CDC for a nationwide study that they have ongoing. And the whole idea here is that can we track COVID ahead of the clinical data, before people are coming into the hospital? And can communities take actionable steps if they know this data, if they know that there is a surge coming in the days or weeks ahead? So it was encouraging to me that to know that we are partnering with the University of Minnesota and with the federal government on these initiatives, and so I thought the council would be interested in knowing that as well.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I'm aware of that work being done in other cities around the country, but it's gratifying to know that we're very deeply involved and with the University of Minnesota. So it's good, great work. Any other thoughts? No. Well, I think as the expression goes, we're in the position to give you a lot of your day back. So enjoy it. And I look forward to seeing all of you very soon. This meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Stay warm, everyone.